Well, the gates opened early this year. There are people filtering through. The track action is going to start in half an hour. You might be wondering what's going on. I can tell you it's an institution. It's a way of life. This is BugJam. It's number 27 and the weather is perfect. Just like it was in the early days of the first few events when BugJam was just a tiny event. We have got thousands of people here to party, to have fun and to make new friends. During the course of this programme, we're going to bring you the best of the music. We've got show and shine cars, we've got rust and prime cars, we've got somebody building a beach buggy on site. You're going to see the very best of BugJam. Sit back and enjoy. BugJam is definitely the most chilled out event on the Santa Pod calendar, and the people you'll see just walking around the trade area prove that year after year. How many other motor racing venues can you find people walking around in fancy dress, even before breakfast?
Well, it wouldn't be BugJam without one of the world famous builds, and this year we've pulled out all the stops. We've got one of the best names in the scene, someone who's been around for decades, and that's Volksrad. I'm here with Stu from Volksrad. Stu, welcome, mate. Tell me what you're going to do for us this year.
Well, this year, Paul, we have a selection of parts lying around on the floor, both shiny and oily, and within just 3 days, we're going to turn this into a running car, which will run down the strip.
So there you go, that's the name of the game. So before we've done transformations, we've taken a car that exists and made it better. This time it's a bit different. The car doesn't even exist. We've got a bare floor pan, a body. We'll talk you through all of that in a moment. And over just 2.5 days, the guys have got to build it from scratch. And the trick is to get it running up the strip Sunday afternoon. Can they do it? Find out.
Some great looking rubber courtesy of sponsors, Toyo Tyres. Well, with the chassis, the engine, the transmission and axle all waiting to be put together, this is looking like a big boys Meccano set, and some real snazzy seats from Cobra.
So Stuart, Volkswagen have been building buggies since 1968, so you can pretty much do this in your sleep. But for all the people at home watching who don't know what to do when you build a buggy, what's the first step?
The first step is to get the chassis prepared, clean, shiny, which we've obviously already done. The first day is to get the chassis up, built, get it standing on its wheels, get some brakes in place.
Right, mate, can you do it in 2 days? That's the question. It's a lot of work, isn't it?
It is a lot of work. We've got a good team, we've got good equipment. I'm sure we can.
Mate, crack on.
So here we are, start of the setup day. All the team isn't here yet, but we have some star members. To start with, Mikey, fabricator extraordinaire, guy that's going to make it work. We have Sayan, our job man, nothing he can't handle. And of course, no team would be complete without some Totty.
We'll be back soon to see how things are progressing, but just 50 yards from the build tent is the drag strip. We're going to have a little look at Run What You Brung. So these aren't full-on race cars, these are the cars that people drove to the event. You can sign on for a measly fee, show your driving licence and take your car up that famous quarter mile. And the director of this programme said, oh, that doesn't look much like a race car, let's go and chat to that. And I looked at this face and the face looked at me and we know each other. We've known each other since the 80s and he's not been along to BugJam for about 12 years. You were one of the very first people ever to run What You Brung, a split screen van.
Yeah, it was a bit of a long time ago, but it's not really a claim to fame. So,
what have you got here? It looks like a Cali import.
Yeah, it came in. I bought it from the guy that imported it and had it 2.5 years. Put an engine in it finally.
What size engine?
2276. It's a daily driver. I do about 300 or 400 miles a week in this for my work, so we'll just have to see how it goes.
Well, this is the first run down the track for Brian and he nets a great 17-second time, but he'll be out many more times trying to improve on that. Well, loads of people spend the entire afternoon on the bank watching the Run What You Brung action, including this very strong run for one of our overseas visitors. And there was such a wide range of vehicles out on the track for them to watch.
I've always been coming to BugJam and I just felt like I wanted to do it at some point. today's the day, I suppose. Take it nice and steady the first run, see how it feels, and then maybe push it a bit harder the next time. Don't want to break anything, I've got to drive home. Just thought I'd have a bit of fun on the track. Seems like it's such a nice day.
And that's what Run What You Brung is all about, having safe fun with your own car. Meanwhile, back at the build tent, it's time for the gearbox to be bolted onto the chassis.
What you got to do, Shane? Underneath that plate, look.
Yeah. So what exactly do you get in a Volkswagen buggy kit?
The kit is the majority of the components you will need, other than your old classic Beetle. Obviously you'll need your own choice of wheels, tyres, styling. On the whole, it's an old Beetle, one of our bodies bolted to it, which makes you a cheap, fun, open-top sports car. Considerably less money than your Ford Focus, for example. Realistically, if you were working hard, working evenings and weekends, you would have it built within 8 to 10 weeks.
Meanwhile, away from the tent, people are drawing graffiti on a Beetle.
Yeah, for charity at least. I don't make a habit of it. £1 for charity, it goes to kids' cancer, so yeah, good charity. It's the first time I've come down here with my mates over there, up for a good weekend.
We're a children's cancer charity in Northamptonshire called the NCTLC Trust, and Sonderpod have invited us along today to do the Tag a Bug. And basically everybody who pays £1 tags their name onto the bug or does a design, and then they get entered into the free prize draw for some BugJam tickets, and all the proceeds go to the charity, which is fantastic. And then on Sunday they're going to auction the vehicle off.
So yes, we just stopped for a spot of lunch. Realistically, we're doing very well. It's at the stage now where it doesn't look very exciting, but now we will be fitting wheels, tyres, engine, etc. A few shiny bits. It'll start to look like a beach buggy.
Well, it is indeed starting to look more like a beach buggy now. They certainly need to get all the major mechanical components, including the engine, bolted in before tonight, as a lot of tomorrow will be taken up with the time-consuming jobs like the wiring. If you want something different, try a visit to the main stage. As well as the top name evening entertainment, there's loads of entertainers and quality bands performing right throughout the weekend. This is Headsticks, with more than a little influence from the Levelers.
Strange wind blowing upon the trees like a better holiday songs. The years pass by and the old men die who stuck and fought so strong. Vesuvius born and in this town. Vesuvius born and all around.
We keep hearing the words chilled out. Well, club camping on a Friday evening is about as chilled out as you could possibly get.
My name is Ricky James. I'm display coordinator for the Split Screen Van Club. I like these things here that you see. What is it that I like most about BugJam? Well, you're asking the right person, because I've been to every one apart from BugJam 1. And the people, man. The people and the vibe. The vibe rocks. It's probably the busiest VW show on the calendar. You know, it's one of the only places in the UK where you can go to a VW show and race. You know, you can come here with a standard driving license, you can take it over and check it in, and you can get your car on the strip. How many places can you do that? You know, that's what it's all about. It's about the absurdity of the fairground, the displays, the racing, the entertainment. It's all rocking, man. You just got to come. Everybody come to BugJam. We're having a ball.
My favourite thing is all my friends get together. We dance all night long, party, have a really good time, look at all our beautiful cars. Can you put the camera onto my car? It's just over there.
Because of the relaxed atmosphere and all the old Volkswagens. That's why we like it.
It's the people and then the atmosphere that you get here. Everyone's here to have a good time, and it's always nice and friendly.
I've got a lot of friends that come here, and it's always a good laugh, like watching the racing, and yeah.
I honestly, well camera shy.
I'm really a bit of a petrol head, kind of like the racing, to be honest. And all my mates just been out hanging out, and everyone's just chilling, so it's a bit like social thing. So just love the chilled atmosphere and the good vibes. There's nice people, different people, but everyone's just here for the same reason, just to have a bit of a chill out and enjoy the cars.
Yeah, it's nice to have a drink and a chill out with all the old friends. It's nice to get the buses, different breeds of buses down here. It's nice to see the new stuff on the shelf. Yeah, it's a good time.
Freshest place to see anything in town, you know. If you ain't here, then you're missing out, basically.
So good to hear. And the evenings at BugJam mean just one thing. Time to head up to the main stage and take in some of the great bands appearing. But down at the buggy build tent, there's still lots of work to be done. Time for the engine to be bolted up. And it's always so much easier to do these jobs with no bodywork to get in the way.
Well, it's been a very busy day, the first day here at BugJam. The guys have done a superb job, particularly in very hot conditions. And to be honest, they've got pretty much everything done they needed to do. But tomorrow's a day of big jobs. We've got bodywork to do, wiring, electrical, and all sorts of finishing bits to trim. So still, we don't know if they can do it or not.
It's really cool. Love the people, love the atmosphere. The weather doesn't really matter. But it is a bonus that the sun's shining.
The weather, of course. No, and the beer with us. And the beer and the company, innit?
It's uber awesome for the cars.
This is the best one ever. The weather's great, the people are great, the organisation's great, and we love it! We are here on the
Okay, so the start of the second day, chassis built. We've got the rest of the team in to carry on with the build. Miles, Dr. Detail. Thing is with Miles, that'll do isn't good enough. Got Phil, painter extraordinaire, and with Alexandra, and last but by no means least, Melanie. Perfect fit first time.
Well, in the early days of BugJam, it was all about the British cow look. It was all pastel colours and sweet and shiness, and anything that was rusty was, quite honestly, frowned upon. But these days, the rust and rat look is huge within the scene. And what a really big showing we've got today of very rusty, very ratty cars. Something for everybody's taste, no matter how bizarre they might be. Feel free to check them out. Well, it's Saturday morning, and during the course of the day we'll be moving from Run What You Brung into the MSA permit, and that's where our race cars only will come out and do their qualifying runs. And this is young Fran Herbert in the Team Ream Golf. Passed your test last year, and now we see you at the wheel of the Team Ream Golf.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
All right, actually. I'm getting into it now. Ready for today and all excited. Just want to get on the track now.
Every once in a while, every couple of years, there's a car that turns up on the scene that just blows everybody away. There's just something about it that everybody goes, wow. This year here at BugJam, we've got a race car that's done it, and it's owned by a chap called Jonathan. Is this the original yellow race car you had?
Yeah, it is. It is the original yellow car we had in 2004, 2005. Well, I say that, it's probably the roof and the floor pan of the original part. So, yeah, I mean, it's been a long road, nearly 8 years, and yeah, we wanted to go a bit quicker at the end of 2005, and it kind of ended up with a full rebuild. I think it's all in the name, to be honest. I mean, the car's called No Compromise. That is what I wanted to build. I wanted to build a no compromise car. I had in my mind a VW that I wanted, and this was it. So Dave Hayward did the paint, did a fantastic job. It's what I wanted.
But before we move into the racing proper, there's one more event to run down the track. It's the human-powered race.
And our most imaginative is Emma, isn't it?
Yes, yes, Emma! Woo!
Yes, Jack! Put his foot back on the pedal properly, riding on the... Clearing it out, his left foot on the pedal, look. As soon as he drops in, the wind picks up a little bit. Look how high that is. That's my head height, that is. That's 5. He's equal to today's record. There's 6, 7. It's low. It's low. 8. He's lost his earphone. 9. Let's hear it for 10, everyone. 10.
Well, Sunday morning, and the guys are still busy, but to people outside, the progress seemed to have slowed right down, as it's all the small details in the wiring being worked on. It's first thing Sunday morning and it's show and shine time. There are some magnificent vehicles here. We've got all marks and makes of Volkswagens scattered around the various decades, and we've got various different categories. Some are cowlocks, some are restored, some are, quite frankly, very individual. But we've got one very special display, and that's harping back to the early days of the BugJam. And it's the kind of British cowlock, really, that got things moving. The show and shine was all about when we were all little kids, and the man responsible for collating all the information and getting all the new owners together is Stu Betty, and he's here with us now. Stu, what year was it that you got the Back to 89 crew together?
It was around about 2001. We got it back together. We put on a forum at Machine 7. It's me and Michael from Machine 7. We put it on with a few other guys, and yeah, it's kind of grown, and it's been really good ever since. You know, we get quite a number of cars down here. We get fresh ones that no one's seen for many, many years, and we get famous ones as well, like the Billabong and the Targa and all that kind of stuff. But no, it's all kind of like bringing back like the old cars, and everyone really loves all that.
Well, the buggy's coming together real nicely now, but on track we're well into race qualifying, and this is Street Eliminator's John Webster. Doesn't know it yet, but his radiator is about to go pop. Whoa! And a great saving job there. He built that car and he's raced so many different cars. That was an amazing piece of driving. And the track action wouldn't be complete without demo runs from Jets and Nitro Funny Cars. That was Julian Webb in the split-second dragster. This is the internationally known Martin Hill pilot of Fire Force 3, the Jet Funny Car. Well, an absolutely perfect run for him. Oh yes, great, a 5.90 at 268 miles an hour. And here's Jason Phelps at the wheel of the Marshall Nitro Funny Car. We're fast approaching midday on the final day of this build, and there's still a lot to be done before the buggy is ready to drive.
We're close. We're a lot closer than it looks. Just a handful of wires underneath the dashboard, seating, carpets. I think we're there.
And these wiring jobs can take such a long time to get right. But out on track, it's quarter-final time for our race class. Top Speed Automotive Street Eliminator time, then Alan Williamson in that great big truck. And it's Stuart Williams over there in the Supra. A bit off form for the Supra, but look at that, a fantastic 860 for Alan. Well, we're into a Sportsman VW here. That's Paul Jackson in the Golf. And he's playing chase down there for the Street Warrior car. Oh, that was a close one. Well, it's Outlaw Flat 4 here, and one of the foreign visitors from CSP is Thomas Kemp there in the red bug that's been banging on down into the 10-second zone. Here he is, the man we saw earlier, Jonathan Grigg. It really is no compromise, this car, and despite it being very early days for the track testing, it's going very well. James Watton's car's capable of running 9s. He's had a few issues this weekend, but it looks like he's heading in the right direction. Here's Joe Gallagher with the awesome, the well-recognised Velociraptor. No turbos or nitrous for him, all motor, and boy does it fly. In the other lane, Pete Shattuck with that amazing 5-speed sequential gearbox and a tiny engine, and yet he still runs 11:49, a new personal best.
We are entering BugJam's Got Talent, and we got married 5 weeks ago, so we thought, excuse to wear the dress again, pretty much.
Walking down Jackson, ever since the fire went out, oh, I'm going to Jackson. But that's a fact. Oh, we're going to Jackson.
Make some noise if you wanted to win. Rich, you are our second place contender. We have a winner.
Right then, so I am with the winner of our BugJam's Got Talent 27 contest. What's your name?
Jake Davies.
Jake Davies. And Jake, how long have you been doing what you've been doing? Just tell the boys and girls what you've been doing.
Well, I got into Michael Jackson and then I started copying him. I've been doing it for like 2 years now.
We had 1,000 people in the crowd and they all loved it. What do you reckon to that?
Well, it's amazing, really. Yeah, it's really good, yeah.
What a lovely lad. Well, we're into our semi-finals now, and it's Outlaw Anglia time. It's Jet Guy at the wheel of the family race car, Shorty's Odd Rod, and Colin Miller, the aptly named Flying Fifer, on another mission into the sevens. Well, not quite making it there. 8:43 for him. There's an easy win. Street eliminator time. The Team Extreme R35 looks to be getting to the top end first, but it's Brian Payne in the right-hand lane who actually takes the win. The 7:56. Outlaw flat 4 time again then, and it's Joe Gallagher in the Velociraptor up against the awesome pro machine of Udo Becker. Udo's been running some great times this weekend on this pass. It's a 10:07, so close to the 9s. He takes the win. Thomas Kemp from CSP then takes on James Wotton. James's car not producing the power he'd normally expect. Oh no, he's off. It'll take a while for the turbo to spool up again. There it goes, but Thomas is clearly the winner on this pair. Through to the final. Well, we're into Sportsman VW now then. That little Polo has got the head start, but Jason, who is currently leading the championship, oh, I don't know whether he's going to catch him or not. Are we going to look at a breakout here? Well, it is Jason who takes the win then, and it was a breakout in the far lane. Paul Jordan in the Mark 1 Sirocco then. He faces off against Paul Jackson in this Golf. This Golf makes a top-end charge on most runs. Can he do it here and take the win? Indeed he does. Okay, time to drive the buggy round to the track and... oh no, it won't keep running, and it seems to be a total lack of fuel getting through to the carburettor.
Nothing there, is it? No. We're seeing how we can go. I'm sure we can make it go, Paul. We have got the stickers from FX UK now, so they've got them on, and it's got the Toyo on it and everything. Yeah, Toyo, Cobra, Heritage.
Well, it's finals time then, but will we see the buggy make it round before the track closes? First up, it's Outlaw Anglia. Cliff Griffin against Jed Guy. It looks like Jed Guy's overtaken him. Surely not. Looks like the favourite. Oh, he just made it through in the end. It's Cliff Griffin taking the win. Outlaw Flat 4 becomes an all-German affair then. Udo Becker takes on Thomas Kemp. Out-and-out race car against still a streetable sedan. This is close to the top end, but it looks like Udo's got it. But no, he hasn't. It's Thomas who takes the well-deserved win. But Jason in the Beetle playing catch up to the water pumper yet again. This is one of the London boys, the London brothers, I should say. Oh, can he do it? Jason's got to get there, get to the other end first without breaking out. And he doesn't do it. It's young London who takes the win in Sportsman VW. Paul Jackson has the lead then in VW Pro. Matt Atwood, the seasoned campaigner, is on a mission in that Type 3. He wants to be careful he doesn't break out. Oh no, and he has by 200ths of a second. So it's Paul Jackson who wins VW Pro. Top Speed Automotive Street Eliminator then. Brian Payne out in front and Alan Williamson in the truck. But what's this? Oh no, Brian's pulled a red light. The automatic win goes to Alan Williamson, another underdog taking the win. And look at this, the buggy has made it round.
Well, we did it. It's been a long day, long 3 days. We've had some very frustrating moments, but we've had a great team, we've worked well together, we finished the car. Great help from our sponsors. What a great way to end BugJam 27. Roll on, BugJam 28.